What's up? What's up? What's up, Disrupt Nation? What's going on, guys? So we have a master class. We're going to be joined by the founder of Retire Coin. He's also my CPA and CFO and financial advisor, Lorenzo. I'm super excited, super grateful, Lorenzo, for joining us. We're going to be talking about cryptocurrency. We're going to be talking about the blockchain revolution. We're going to be talking about how you can invest into your future by leveraging cryptocurrency and the new digital economy. So I'm super excited. Lewis, maybe help us here and just click the little red button. Yeah, there's a red button there. And then let's see, there he is, Lorenzo, modern day Italian. Hit send request. And let's get Lorenzo on. This is going to be a good one, guys. Hey!
Stop. Let me fix this up. Let's get this nice, the frame nice. I know you were in the studio. We're outside. We're enjoying
and you're in your backyard.
I'm in my backyard.
What?
All right, we're back.
Hey, there he is.
There. Mm-hmm.
We're back. I think it's the Wi-Fi in your backyard.
No, I'm good. I'm right by the router.
So what is up, my friend? What is going on? How is your weekend going?
It's unbelievable. We had a good week this week. It's beautiful outside. I can't really not too many complaints right now. And I'm excited to talk to you today about cryptocurrency as a whole.
I don't see the screen. Just double check. But yeah, no, I'm excited about the evolution that's happening here in the cryptocurrency world. I'm so excited to be a part of it. So yeah, I was telling people before you joined the live, I've known Lorenzo for probably going on 5 years. I knew Lorenzo before I moved down to Puerto Rico. He actually helped us on the first fundraiser before we came to Puerto Rico. And he's a financial expert. He's a licensed CPA, financial advisor, wealth planner. He is a part of our advisory board at Wall Street University. And he is also the founder of an exciting new cryptocurrency project called Retire Coin. And before we jump into Retire Coin, I want to maybe talk about cryptocurrency in general, right? We were speaking about this conversation before the call, and a lot of people. So some people got into cryptocurrency in 2017. I know you were one of them.
Yep.
Some people got into it 2016, like Julio from my team. Some people got into 2012, like I did. But some people are just getting into it today, right?
Yep.
People have just gotten into it in the last 6 months. I think we've had an explosion of new investors, new creators getting into the space. And then in addition to that, there's a lot of people who've never gotten into cryptocurrency, right? They see it, they see the memes, they see the posts, and they see what's going on, right? But they don't know how, they don't even know like how to get started. So before we even talk about the future of crypto, I do want to talk about, the history behind it.
Yeah. Did you know in the history of cryptocurrency, do you know when the internet was made? When the internet was created, the purpose of the internet was to create a currency. That was the whole backdrop of trying to create the internet, was to create a way to create payment with people and connect with individuals. That was the mentality of when the internet was started created. Was like the whole purpose of it was to transact with people easier.
No, it's incredible, and it's connected people from all around the world, right? I'm here in Puerto Rico. You guys are out in the New York area, and we're able to connect and communicate in real time. And, cryptocurrency is the future. I love how Julio says it. Julio says Wi-Fi plus money, boom. There you go. That's cryptocurrency. And, I couldn't say it any better myself. The other quote that I love, and it's from a guy named Bill Gates. I do not take any medical advice from Bill Gates, but I will definitely take some financial advice from him. And there's this quote from Bill Gates that I really love. And he says, if you are born poor, if you are born in poverty, it is not your fault, right? It's not your fault. We don't get to choose our parents. We don't get to choose where we're born, where in the world we're born. But the next part is a little harsh. He says, if you die poor, it is, right? Because we all have the same opportunities. And especially here in America, right? We have all the same opportunities to grow, to connect, to learn, to innovate, right? And that statement couldn't be any more true than it is today, right? Because now more than ever, you can get involved in things like cryptocurrency. Now more than ever, you can get involved in things on the internet. You can learn. You have all of the world's information, all the world's knowledge in your hand, in the power of your phone. And cryptocurrency, the thing that gets me so excited, so pumped, why I'm still in this space through the ups and downs of all these different years, is the fact that cryptocurrency democratizes money. It democratizes wealth, right? There are barriers to financial literacy, right? There are barriers to financial access. If you're born in Venezuela, or if you're born in Africa, Nigeria, you may be born in a country where you're locked out of the global economy or the traditional global economy. It might be hard for you to open a bank account. It might be hard for you to receive money from people around the world. It might be hard for you to open a PayPal, right? And the crazy, most amazing thing, this is when I knew that I was hooked onto cryptocurrency, was that you can create an account and they don't need your passport, they don't need your driver's license, they don't even need your age, right? Look at Ben. They don't care how old Ben is, right? Ben can open up a wallet and in 5 seconds he can send $1 million all around the world, and there's no one that's going to tell him not to. There are no barriers. There are no gatekeepers. There's no guy in a smoke-filled room smoking a cigar saying, I don't like this Ben kid. We're not going to let him send cryptocurrency, right? It doesn't matter who you are. Cryptocurrency does not discriminate, and that is the thing that makes me so excited.
And let me tell you something. That also comes with responsibility. And that's what people learning to see the future and developing the future in this industry, where you say you can come from nothing and make something of yourself if you make the right decisions and get involved in the right type of projects and have the right emotional strength to know when to just to learn how to trade the right way. But one thing about crypto that you said gets me excited is, like you said, you read that barrier to entry and understanding. But like I said, there's a responsibility that goes along with it. When these projects that are coming out, there's so many of them, and you need to be aware of what's a quality project, what's one that's been around for a long time, and that comes with experience. If you notice, if you speak to anyone who's been in the industry for a while, and you notice yourself, Tony, you've been doing this for a while. When you see new projects, I don't get so excited all this like right off the bat. Like, I'm not one that just jumps at it, because you've seen them come and go. You've seen the people, like you say, these meme coins. It's incredible what some have done. I mean,
oh yeah, more wealth has been created. I saw a statistic, and I think the statistic is 25% of the wealth of all millennial millionaires is now invested in some form of cryptocurrency. And so this is a great opportunity. It's a great equalizer. And there's never been a better time. We relaunched our cryptocurrency program in October at the last Disrupt event in October. And we show a chart, a graph of what has happened since the last October. The time is now. And the opportunity that gets created is something that everyone can participate in. It doesn't matter your age, your race, your nation, your creed. But the one thing that is going to separate the winners from the losers is the power of decisions.
Yep.
The power of taking action, saying, I'm going to get involved today. And listen, you don't have to be a millionaire to get started. On this video, we're probably going to talk about a lot of big figures, right? And some people might get intimidated and say, well, I'm not a millionaire yet, right? So maybe I can't participate in this
Not true.
in this ecosystem because I don't have enough money. The truth of the matter is, you can get started with as little as $10, as little as $100, right? As little as some of these coins are trading at less than a penny. And now let's talk a little bit about the history of cryptocurrency, right? So a lot of people think crypto is new. They think crypto is some new thing. They just saw it on the news maybe this year, last year, and they think it's some new thing, some new fad. Cryptocurrency was actually invented in the 80s. The first form of cryptocurrency was invented in the 80s, and it was called eCash. And it then became DigiCash, and that cryptocurrency was going to be installed on every single Windows computer in the 90s. Bill Gates actually wanted to buy the rights to the company for $100 million back in the 90s, and every single computer was going to have cryptocurrency on it. And then the guys that founded it, they turned down Bill Gates' offer, and then they started getting knocks on the door from the Federal Reserve and from the FBI and all these people that didn't like what they were doing, right? Because it was really disruptive, especially at that time. And then that project disappeared, and a few years later, we had Satoshi pop up, right? And I don't want to beat a dead horse because a lot of people know who he is, but he's an anonymous founder. So they saw what happened to the first company, and they're like, all right, we can't put our faces, we can't put our names on this thing. We're going to launch it, and it's going to be 100% anonymous, and the people that can buy and sell it are also going to be anonymous. And that's the most amazing, liberating thing about cryptocurrency is that you don't need a passport. Some people that are born in third world countries, they might not have a passport. They might not even have a birth certificate, depending on where you live in the world. We take it for granted that we're born in a first world country where we have bank accounts, and that's easy. It's a no-brainer. But in other emerging markets, you're not guaranteed to be able to have a bank account, and that locks you out of the financial system. But now imagine if you can invest in the internet, but back when it was still at dial-up. And that's where we are today with cryptocurrency. We have the ability to invest into a technology that's emerging and that's going to the moon.
Not even just talk about, we're talking about all these lack of barriers, and I see in the comments we're talking about, they're saying, let Ben speak his knowledge. Let Ben speak his knowledge. I want to introduce Ben because you're talking to someone who is, I consider a genius. He's finished school at 15 years old. He is done with school. And he started coding at 8 years old. And through hard work, consistency, and determination, Ben is the co-founder and developer of a cryptocurrency. So that just shows at 15, 16 years old, if with a little bit of effort, you can learn this stuff. So Ben, the people are asking for you. So introduce yourself.
So Ben, tell us, how did you get involved in cryptocurrency? What was the first time that you got involved?
A hype in around 2016, 2017. I was on Robinhood, like a lot of beginners, buying Bitcoin and Dogecoin. And then I started going into the more like, how does this work? Because my dad's a programmer, and I've always been programming since I was like 8. So I got into the aspect of how do I make one of these cryptocurrencies? And then I did that, and I made one in 2018. That's the first time I made one, a cryptocurrency. And then I brought Renzo, and he had the funding and knowledge to create this. And now we have RetireCoin, it's a great project.
No, it's an incredible combination of your smarts and your ingenuity and Lorenzo's background in finance and retirement planning. And no, I'm so excited. We got a lot in common, Ben. My mom was a programmer back in the 80s, and then I started coding when I was in second grade. So I could definitely relate, man. That's so cool. So let's talk about the technology of RetireCoin, and let's talk a little bit about the Binance Smart Chain. So for people that don't know, what is the Binance Smart Chain?
So Binance Smart Chain is a fork, and fork is a word for copy of Ethereum network. And the only main difference is that Binance has 21 miners currently. So they're very selective with the process of that.
Yeah, so Binance Smart Chain is a network. It's kind of similar to Bitcoin, but it's a little bit more robust, and it's a network of computers that allows people to create cryptocurrencies and have them be centralized on a really strong network with the backing of Binance, which I think is the second largest crypto bank in the whole world.
Yeah.
You know, we can say cryptocurrency exchange, but I like to just call them crypto banks because that's what they are. And these crypto banks, they're the connection between the old world, right? The old world of traditional banking and the new world of cryptocurrency. So if you want to buy cryptocurrency, the first thing that you need to do, well, there's two ways to do it, right? The first way is by connecting your bank account and taking some money and then putting it into a crypto bank and converting it. The second way, which I think is an even more interesting way, is to sell a product or a service and accept cryptocurrency in exchange for it. And that is one of the exciting things about Retire Coin, which we can jump into when we're ready. But that's one of the interesting things about Retire Coin is that it's going to be used for a product, for an actual service, and which gives it functionality. And that's a way. There's a lot of some of the most wealthy crypto investors and enthusiasts that I know. One of them is Brock Pierce. He's featured inside of our course where we talk about crypto. He started out accepting crypto online as a digital form of payment. So not even buying crypto, right? It was used a lot in gaming. So you're in a game and you want to get a cape or you want to get some sort of a magical power or something in the game, a tool. And hey, you can just pay me in crypto, pay me in Bitcoin. And a lot of these guys amass so much Bitcoin, and little do you know, 10 years down the line, they become multimillionaires because of that smart decision to get involved in crypto early.
And let's add to that right now, because we're in a point in the world, and especially with cryptocurrency, that it's going to start to become embedded into society. I mean, you're already seeing it. El Salvador has approved Bitcoin to be used as legal tender. I think Argentina is following right after right now. You're going to start seeing this be embedded more and more into society and replacing traditional ways that banks were used. And the way I explain it in terms of just real plain English, because it's such a difficult topic for people to wrap their head around. And then once you start showing the solutions that cryptocurrency can solve and the everyday problems, people start to really understand, wow, now I start to understand how this is used. And the way I always say is anything that involves a contract, anything, it could be a business deal, could be a real estate transaction, could be a loan, anything that involves a contract can now be digitalized. And when you're digital, and we're doing this in cryptocurrency, it starts to trim the fat from that transaction. And now what ends up happening? There starts to become more funds available. And just like back in the day, you would go to a bank and they'd give you something. They'd give you something to join the bank. They'd give you money, a gift. And now if you notice, you're looking at it, you're seeing a lot of these other cryptos are paying you to store your money, staking. They're giving you things to join their community. It's almost like we're going back in time with the banking system in a way and seeing the rewards and how the banking system used to work. And now it's repeating itself. History is repeating itself again. What do you think, Ben? How do you think about it? Now you're coming in from a different mentality. Like you're seeing this as the future. You're going to see
So this is my thoughts on cryptocurrency as a whole. I think that the utility aspect, we've only breached about 10% of the actual utility aspect of everything. I think we're going to keep finding ways that cryptocurrency can be used in the world as we progress as a society. We just have like tipped the iceberg. That's it.
Mm.
Yeah, and that's the most important thing for people to really take away from this. If you don't take away anything else, know that the time is now. The opportunities are endless, you know. And listen, so Bitcoin started out, and when it became $1, that was a big deal, right? When Bitcoin went from it was cents, it was pennies. It started out like everything else, right? But then when it became $1, it was a big deal. And now maybe it's I don't want to say it's too late for Bitcoin because I think it'll continue to grow, right? But Bitcoin might double, right? So if you put $100 into Bitcoin, there's a chance that that Bitcoin might turn into 200, right? That's possible. Bitcoin could be 100K. A lot of people are saying that. So maybe it could triple, right? So instead of 100, you'd have 300. But I think the big opportunity is in projects like yours, where right now the market cap is so early that $100 could multiply 10x, 100x, or more because you're just getting started. You're a frontier. It's like getting started at the ground floor. When did you guys, Ben? When did you guys launch the project Retire Coin?
So we've been working on this project for about 2.5 months, but we launched the coin itself.
So,
That's incredible. And since you guys have launched the coin, how much growth has it had already? And we're just in the first month here.
Around 1,800x.
1,800x. So if you put $100 in, let's do that math again, right? If Bitcoin goes to 100K, you probably double your money, right? But if we do 1,800, that's incredible. So you could have turned $100 into what? $18,000? Is that accurate?
1,800.
Wow, that is freaking incredible. And the crazy thing is, we're just getting started, right? We're in the first month of the project.
Yeah. So that brings into back to the idea, right? Bitcoin didn't get to where it did in a year, in 3 months. You know, look at, you said back, start 2012. You said it was nothing, right? And it's grown so much over the last, decade. So when you look and you want to see the future of finance, the crypto market trades unlike any other market. It's not like a stock. It's more commodity driven. So you're seeing this volatility that you don't really see too much. I'm not saying you don't see it in stocks, but it's much more volatile than the stock market. And
cryptocurrencies outperformed absolutely everything. Every stock, any investment you could think about, cryptocurrency has outperformed it over the past 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, it's you can't even touch it at this point. So now we're in a different realm. Bitcoin isn't new anymore.
Yeah.
It's $40,000 right now. It might go to 100 this year. But there's other projects, like you said, like ours, and it's not just ours. There's so many other projects too that are new.
Yeah.
But what I always say is you got to go into something that you believe in, that you know is going to be there for the longer term. Because when you think long term, that's when you win, right? Anytime you can give things more time, you have, one, you're taxed better. Let's talk about being better financed. Your long-term gains out over a year. You get much better tax rates, so you keep more money in your pocket. You say that all the time, right? So how much
Not
money?
about how much money you make, but how much money you keep.
Right. Puerto Rico?
That's why I moved to Puerto Rico. Yeah, that's a whole other class.
So we're not even 2 weeks old, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's so much ahead of us. We are like a tech startup. That's the way I look at us. And we have a model that, Anthony, you'll see this more often now. Like Ben said, you said we only scratched the surface on the utility. There's so many cryptos out there that don't mean really anything. Doge doesn't mean anything. It has value because the people gave it value.
You're gonna get a lot of hate for that in the comments.
But it's true. The people, I like Doge. I have Doge.
Yeah.
But the people are what gives it value. But now, social currency will be a word that you hear more, and people will put businesses behind their crypto. And that's what we did. We have a business behind our project. I've been a CPA in the accounting and financial services industry for years. I'm not doing much different. I'm not doing many different things to serve our community than I did before this. But now we have a currency behind us. You can use Retire Coin for this. You can have me now, and I can spread my message out to the world versus Lorenzo CPA in his office. We just had my clients. Yeah, we did a lot of work together, did a lot of work with other clients and whatnot. But now with this, we're able to work with the world.
And we're a week old, unlike Bitcoin that's been around for 10 years, you know. So the room for growth is a lot bigger on our project than Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's already had its move. I'm bullish on Bitcoin, don't get me wrong, but I think Retire Coin we're like 10 days old, so there's a lot of room for growth.
Oh, and speaking of Bitcoin, like Bitcoin is excellent. What we want to do is we want to have Bitcoin on our balance sheet. That's something that us as a business and as a company that I want to hold. I want to use Bitcoin as a currency for my business, for my company, right? For our company. I want to have it on my balance sheet, and I want to be a model and an example for other cryptos to do things the right way.
I love that. That's incredible. So Lorenzo, I know that we're running a little low on time. I have like one or two more questions, and then we'll say goodbye. So there's one question that I always ask everyone when they come on my show, and that is, and maybe you guys could both answer. That is, what does disrupt mean to you?
Disrupt. This is cryptocurrency is disrupting. We're changing the game. All these financial services, the older financial service model, it's gonna die. We're ahead of the curve here right now. This is disruption at its finest. Next year, crypto taxes will be the biggest topic. People made a lot of money this year, and crypto taxes will be the biggest topic next year. We will be at the forefront of that, because that's what we want our community to know, that we're going to be there for you to give you all the resources you need to make the best decisions that you can and file your taxes correctly. And we're disrupting a lot of people by doing what we're doing. So Ben,
Well, and that's the other thing, real quick, just talking about retirement, is, you have to think long term. If you look at the all-time low of crypto and you bought at the lows, it hasn't gone up that much throughout the years. But it was the people that were consistent year after year that are and are dedicated and committed, and they buy and they hold and they invest. They have patience. Those are the people that are successful. Ben, go ahead. What do you think disrupt means to you?
Well, I don't think I could have said it better than Lorenzo there. I mean, that was chances. But I just want to get into the point where you said put a little in consistently. We reward people for doing that. We have a 2% redistribution fee that proportionally gets funded. So there's a 2% fee on every transaction, 4% fee every transaction. 2% goes to redistribution to our holders, and that acts as a reward for holders. The other 2% gets funded to our exchange, which is PancakeSwap, and that builds stability for when large sell-offs happen. It creates a floor in the price. So that's unique there. Like, we have unique tokenomics in our coin as well as the utility aspect of it.
So the name of the coin, people are asking, the name of the coin is Retire Coin. Lorenzo, if people want to learn more about Retire Coin, where's the best place to do that?
We have so many ways for people to come and contact us. First and foremost, we have retirecoin.io.
You guys have Instagram, right?
Instagram, Telegram, Discord. Our Discord group is super active. They're amazing. And then we also have a call center. So you can dial the call center and get on the phone with someone to answer questions if you have issues on purchasing, if you want to schedule a 15-minute discovery call to discuss financial goals. That's a free call. And we're in development of an app. We're in beta with our app that you can come and you can just download the app. You can see all the statistics on the coin. You can schedule a discovery call. There's intro retirement courses for you to soak in, to learn, to get adjusted to the cryptocurrency, and even have a crypto security. We have how to improve your crypto security in under 10 minutes. So we have a head of government grade level cybersecurity giving you tips to be more secure in this digital age, because you have money on your phone, so you want to be safe.
That's incredible. Lorenzo, Ben, guys, thank you guys so much for hopping on the live. I think we're going to schedule a follow-up. We'll probably schedule a follow-up, and we can even show people how to buy Retire Coin. It's not for the newbies. It's not on Robinhood. It's not on Coinbase. There's a couple of steps to getting into these newer projects, but that's where the opportunity is when you get into these newer projects. It's a little more technically complicated. For everyone that's out there, it's on PancakeSwap. So if you guys know how to use PancakeSwap, boom, you're off to the races. And all the information is on retirecoin.io to do all that. But I think we should do a webinar. We should do like a Zoom. It's kind of hard to show you how to do all that on your phone, but we could do a Zoom and like a full hour webinar where we walk people through it and show them how to get involved, man.
That sounds great.
All right, incredible. Well, gentlemen, thank you guys so much. Be sure to follow my man Lorenzo. You hit this little button up here, and you can go and follow Lorenzo. If you're not following me, click the button, follow me. Make sure to subscribe. Hit the new YouTube channel. We've been working hard out here, and retire wealthy.
See you at the beach.
I'll see you at the beach. We're moving the beach to the moon, baby.
Thanks, Anthony.
Absolutely. See you guys.
Much love, dude.
And no.
Yeah, and